Most children learn about God. Some children have learned from God Himself. In this Sai Bhagavatam series, Together in Time, we will hear stories of children who learned from the divine form of Satya Sai Baba, lessons that transform lives and last a lifetime.
Sairam everyone, a very loving Sairam to our dear SSC students. It was a summer vacation in my 11th standard. All of us returned home from Puttaparthi for a vacation for about 3 months. After staying at home for a few weeks, I was missing Swami and pining for Swami's darshan. I requested my father to take me to Puttaparthi. This led to a unique and unexpected journey and taught me valuable lessons. Just to give you an idea of how darshan timings were during those days. Vedam starts at 8 am. Swami would come for darshan around 9 am during bhajans. He would give interviews, he would go to the bhajan hall and leave around 9:30 am. In the morning, he would rarely come and sit in the portico for darshan. Due to this reason, most of the devotees would come to the Kulwant hall around 9 am in order to catch a glimpse of Swami as he entered the Kulwant hall. So that day, we travelled to Puttaparthi to have Swami's darshan. We landed at 7 am and got ready for darshan. On the way to Kulwant hall for Swami's darshan, we walked to South Indian canteen for breakfast. In those days, coffee and milk were very popular in the South Indian canteen. After eating idli, my dad wanted to go for a coffee. I instead opted to go to the Kulwant hall before Vedam chanting begins at 8 am. My dad replied, Swami usually comes out around 9 am, so we have plenty of time to have coffee and go for darshan. I gently explained that after travelling that far to obtain Swami's darshan, I don't want to waste any time and I wanted to go for the darshan. Unaware of the day's unusual turn, I walked into the Kulwant hall. I saw Swami already sitting in the portico by 8 am and giving darshan. Swami asked for prasadam distribution. Look at the chain of unlikely events that happened that morning. For a morning darshan, Swami to come by 8 am, sit in the portico and ask for prasadam. All these three are very uncommon. When Swami asked for prasadam, traditionally 3 students would take the prasadam to Swami for blessings before distributing it to devotees seated in the Kulwant hall. That day, no one was prepared for this. The Kulwant hall was mostly empty. The students to bring prasadam for blessings were not identified in advance. As soon as I entered the Kulwant hall, a senior student who was in charge of prasadam distribution, he approached me and he placed a prasadam bowl in my hands. He said, take this prasadam to Swami for blessings. It was a big surprise for me. So, me and 2 of the other brothers, we took the prasadam bowls and sat behind the portico. As Swami called us, I kneeled right next to him to receive his blessings. Exactly at that moment, my father entered Kulwant hall. The first thing he saw when he entered was me right next to Swami. He was both surprised and delighted at the same time. Seeing me right next to Swami made him very happy. Here are some of the important memorable lessons from that beautiful incident. First thing, the power of seeking. When we earnestly seek Swami's presence, unexpected blessings can manifest in the most unanticipated moments. If you take 1 step towards him, he will take 100 or more. The second lesson, prioritizing devotion. Enjoying time with family, with cousins is a good thing as I did during that summer vacation. But balancing family and social life is crucial, but keeping Swami at the center provides an unparalleled source of energy and peace. And the third lesson is transcending all assumptions. Time and circumstances don't limit Swami's grace. Being always open and prepared to receive his blessings at any moment is very important. To ensure we are ready to receive his blessings, it is very important to prioritize our connection with Swami. One way to do it is attending bhajans, SSC classes at the center. They become our bridge to feeling his presence in our lives, making us receptive to his grace. The fourth lesson, just as a seed sown on healthy soil yields bountiful harvest, nurturing a spiritual connection through Sai centers provide fertile ground for inner peace and energy to grow. Finally, according to neuroscience research, we know that our brains can reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout our life in response to the new experiences and learnings we have. The regular practice of attending Sai Center for bhajans and SSC classes can rewire our thought process, our patterns, and spiritual receptivity. It helps us better recognize and receive His blessings in our lives. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my experience and learnings with all of you. Sai Ram.